I am Philalitea. I am getting you back in your stand while I watch a football game. I need to brush my teeth. So I'm going to do that for today's 2 minutes. Could have called this one Making Up for Lost Time if we wanted to start on the theme of the first several minutes. Good morning, Rach. I'm doing well. Hope you're doing well too, Wally. What's up, James? How are the dogs? Morning, KJ. How's things, buddy? You missed me. What'd you go and do that for? I'm brushing my teeth, so. I'm glad to hear they're doing well, buddy. Still no gingivitis. That's what matters. I believe what happened after Tampa is I joined Fox, and now my illustrious career is even more illustrious. Because I'm being paid adequate to my talents this time. Dash. I think that's what happened. Hello, Arhan. I don't recognize you, so you're most certainly not a regular. Hello. I have AIDS. I am single, and I am new in town. Morning, Dave. You didn't have to do that, buddy. What's up? How are you doing, man? Oh, you got that membership. I was about to say, we should have used that 5 on a membership, since you're always damn here. I gotta stop giving a fuck what you guys do with your money. Thank you, Dave. Drinking coffee? Love that for you, buddy. That cappuccino I had yesterday was only okay. It was fine. But that's the best that it was. Hello, Hichu. I'm watching the Broncos-Titans game from Sunday. I'm not going to be able to catch up with all of last week's games before Saturday is over. I'm doing fine, Arhan. I've got this guy that I don't know informing me that he's new to my channel, asking me a bunch of questions. And then he asks the same question multiple times, and it's highly annoying, but I'm fine. The morning has started well. I've got my teeth brushed. I've got my body clean. All I have to do is put on pants, and then I can go down to the mail if I so choose. But I don't know what that means, Hichu. But I'm going to put that off until tomorrow. I'm going to go watch a movie. I'm going to make a whole day of it because it's going to require that I spend a lot of time away from the fountain, and I want to get it all done early in the day. So, you might just not see me first thing in the morning. I am enjoying without you. I was enjoying before and since. Thank you for that, James. Wally Tater. You look just like Wally. Your PFP looks just like Wally Gator. I'm going to say it every time I see you so everybody knows why I call you that. You look just like Wally Gator. I know it's not. I know it's two beautiful dogs. Thank you, Alec. He's a shaggy. James is definitely a shaggy, and he deserves it. Thank you for that, man. Arhan, you hit that fucking super chat, and I'll answer every question that you ask in the super chat to your heart's content. But you are distracting from other good things that are happening in my day. Thank you, Rach. Bo Nix did not play a clean first quarter. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Fair enough. I just want to be very clear. I'm not bossing around the members about hitting me up with super chats, etc. for questions. I'm talking to Grace. Oh. This was a close game between two 10-win teams that are going to miss the playoffs. Thank you, James. I don't understand if people think that the boundaries that I'm telling them I'm setting are for other people, if they think that I'm not serious, if they don't know that the blue wrench can do that. Whatever. Whatever. I'm far enough away from my phone that I don't feel like touching it to get rid of these people, and I don't have the stream up on my computer. Hey, what about it? And yes, I trust you guys to have my back. When they start to get annoying and I tell them, hey, I'm not going to answer your questions. Ghost got him. Ghost got tired of it too. And see, you guys have one another's backs. I am trying to build a group. See, bullying. Oh, God. The only fix for bullying is if the person who's being bullied stops it, right? Says stop it, stands up for themselves, or if someone from outside this situation steps in and stops it. So I'm giving you guys the weaponry necessary to destroy your childhood and my real-time bullies. Thank you. What about it? I wish you a good day as well. How was your evening so far? Your early afternoon? Yeah, you can't have the channel without the idiots and haters. And so I've distanced myself. I can no longer, this is as far as I can reach. I can no longer reach my phone. So I am trying to just ignore those people. Not win them, just continue my day like they're not happening. I'm glad to hear you're good. What about it? Glad to hear you're good. Busy but good. I have been very busy. I have a lot of unfinished projects all over my channel and in my life, and it's making me crazy. But I'm gonna smoke this vape. I'm gonna Nix is. I didn't watch any of Bo Nix last year. He is a dangerous passer of the football. Hello, 92 Telly. For those who don't know, I'm watching Sunday's Titans Broncos game, and Bo Nix is dangerous. Cam Ward is big. He's bigger than I thought. His body type looks like Cam Newton. He's smarter than Cam Newton, though. Better than being bored. That's right. Stay busy. Oh, he almost ate a safety. I think he just ate that safety. God, they got no pass pro. Wow, he just stepped the ball out of the end zone. Just. He was just over the line. No, he wasn't either. Yeah, he was. Just over the wow. Yeah, that was a seriously dangerous. I don't know about this Cohen. What's his name? Leonard Cohen, maybe? The head coach, play caller of the Titans. I don't know about this guy. That was some really weird play calls he just chose there in the end zone. It's like 250 for the year, I think, Alec. I don't know. I'd have to look. He got the job done, though. Knicks got a touchdown right there on that play. NFL Sunday ticket. It's 276 for the rest of the year if I got it right now, or it's $35 a month. kind of the only thing is that my NFL Plus or whatever is on a different email. So I would have to have YouTube TV as well, I think. The Sunday ticket, yeah, is $276. I don't know why they're gonna give me. Oh, here we go. YouTube TV is expensive. Morning, Dave. Yeah, I could stream it to YouTube that way. It's just going to be very expensive. I don't want a trial or... No, I don't want either of those things. No. I just wanted to see the price. Did it just... I didn't sign up for anything. It better not charge me money. That's super scammy. That's expensive. That's gonna be like $500. Yeah, I got the laptop already, but I still owe $600 on this laptop that I'm probably not going to get before it's due. So another $500 on top of that is just what a stupid person would do. It's actually a lot more than that. It's $82 a month for YouTube TV. That's crazy. I won't use it. Ever. That's stressful. Just seeing that price tag is stressful. That's crazy. I can watch all the games right here. I am watching the games right now. I don't need to pay another $500 to watch the games on a different platform. I don't know what that... I can't actually see that emoji, Rach. I don't actually know what that means. I can't actually tell what that is. A-Star Kid. $500 is crazy. The NFL is a massive time sink for me. I don't have anything unique to offer right now. Everything I see, the games that people asked me to bet on, I was 500. So it's not like I'm seeing anything that's predictive. I didn't watch any preseason. I went 500 on my game picks that people asked me to make. And I was exactly right about the Bengals game plan. So I don't know exactly what you want from me because I don't have a producer that's talking to me about what he wants or she wants from a football podcast or football program. So I'm watching football and I'm live, and very, very few people actually give a fuck. Very, very few people. I'll see 3,000 people in a day and 4 of them care. Like, less than 1% of my viewers give a single fuck. So adding a $500 expense on top of lost time is silly. That's a terrible business decision. That's just digging a hole to put your money in it. I think these people ask me these questions because they want to know before they subscribe whether they're going to like me. So just don't subscribe as soon as you hit my channel. Wait 10 minutes, see if the conversation naturally goes there because I'm talking about it, and then you'll have your answer. If I never talk about it, I don't support either side because I just don't care. It doesn't affect my life. Like, I got a friend who's sending me this list of bad things that have happened in the world and thinks that God has some intervention. And it's like, God doesn't give a fuck about some single girl in Ukraine who was killed. God just doesn't give a fuck. That's a war zone. Understood, James. Good morning, Yoda. Broncos cannot protect Cam Ward. I am surprised they have 12 points. Max protect, they could get something. Hey, Okonkwo, all right. The Titans have talent. They've got this tight end. It's probably the Crickets. Ward is a smart player. Whether he's well coached, I don't know. But their offensive line needs work. Oh. Did he catch that? He caught the ball, but I don't know if he got his feet down. Caught that. I'm aware of that. I'm not trying to convert anybody. I literally just said I don't want to convert them to subs, KJ. I'm aware of the analytics. I don't want them. They show up, they're giving me 90 seconds, and so they're going to ask me a question to decide whether they should sub or not, having just arrived. Maybe just take 10 minutes and then choose whether you want to sub. If you don't have the attention span, I'm not for you anyway. I don't want your sub. Subs do absolutely nothing after you get your first 1,000. Subs mean nothing. I'll get a plaque. Where are they going to send it? God only knows. What do I want with a plaque? If they sub and never watch my videos, they're not giving me ad rev. They're not giving me watch hours. I don't give a fuck about their sub. If they're going to derail the conversation, they're just going to be a problem. That was a fumble or intentional grounding. Wow. Yeah, for sure, James. I'm telling you guys that I know that, and I don't understand why these, like, not that I don't understand. It's that I fully understand why they're doing what they're doing. I just don't understand where they got the idea that I'm the one that gives a fuck. Like, I don't know where they get the idea that if I ignore the question the first time I read it, look up, see that they put it there, look back, I don't know where they get the idea that I'm gonna read it in a second time. The running game still matters. The running game still matters. That's my takeaway. The teams that remembered to run the ball. Hey, Sippin. Yes, they're just losers with nothing better to do. I just like to tell them while they're doing that I know why they're doing it and I don't care because I don't want their sub. So just keep scrolling. Usually, telling people that I don't want their sub is the conversion that they needed, that you're looking for, KJ. I don't need those numbers. I didn't want them when I got them. Now I've got them. And if YouTube wants to give me money, we'll see. I think I've made like 4 cents so far in ad rev. Because like I don't put commercials on the fountain while it's live. I could. I could make you guys watch commercials. For the privilege of being behind me and missing however many 2 minutes of the show. Hmm. Good morning, Lippy. How are you doing? Well, that's what I'm kind of telling you guys is I don't make money at at the things that you guys are asking me to do. And I'm just not going to subject I'm not going to subject hundreds of people to ads for the privilege of scrolling up away from me. It just doesn't make any sense. Muff punt. It's not about the money. I don't want the money. I need the money if I'm going to pay off this laptop, but I don't want it. I don't know, sir. Um, yeah, I heard about that, Joey. I don't really have any desires right now, sir, Sippin. Maybe yes. Hey, Eric. Desire is the source of all suffering. And you bombarding me with questions is filling me with despair. So, bye. Oof. You gave me a nickname, Eric? Why'd you do that? Oh, swaggy, indeed. I wasn't worried. Sippin was one of those people that you guys are telling me I'm supposed to convert. He thinks that we have a parasocial relationship that I don't feel. But he feels an affinity for me that means that I'm supposed to encourage that relationship He's that person I'm supposed to win over. I love you too, Eric. No, I threw it out of bounds. Hey, Cindy. I'm watching Broncos Titans and talking to my regulars. Yeah, I would prefer you guys didn't time people out until I ask you for it, but it's whatever. Alex spends a lot of money on the channel. I think his voice should ring loud. Thank you, Eric. Swaggy. Swaggy Shaggy. You like how clean my look is? Mm. I'm not saying that anybody wins. Um, Wally, your money is as good as his. Your views are as good as his. Your opinion is as good as his. Thank you, Eric. Like, it's the people who want to talk to the chat and don't want to talk to me that I mute. Well, coach, this Broncos team, if I didn't know who their coach is, I would say he's a good coach. Yeah, for sure. James, Wally, buddy. Um, just as a, just me, I respect all of you guys in the space, and if it's agitating you in the space, that's why you've got the wrench. Um, but I like to give people the opportunity to I like to give people the opportunity to hear from me that I'm annoying them. James, you did tell dude to stop. He didn't respect your trigger. So you just turned him off for the day. It's fine. It's fine. Every moment is a teaching moment, James. Alec, thank you for speaking up. I don't like speaking for people all the time. It's all good. No hard feelings. He'll be back and he'll say, "Hey, what the hell happened?" And I'll say, James got sensitive that I had told you twice that you were agitating me with the questions, and he had told you to stop, and that felt like 3 strikes. And we'll see how he reacts. Okay, Terrence. It's all good. And then we're gonna get through this, and tomorrow is gonna be a better day, or the next hour is gonna be a better hour, or whatever. It was a lot of people all at once, and Sir Sippin got caught up in the middle of it. It's his own fault for having that name. I talk all the time about the ancient world and about how this is a recreation for me personally of the medieval world. And in the medieval world, if the holy person was speaking and somebody with a weapon was listening, and somebody without a weapon was being disruptive, the person with the weapon was going to use that weapon to silence the person who was interrupting in a way that didn't disrupt the speaker. And so that usually meant in the back, up into the lungs, problem solved. That's how James dealt with today's problem. Sometimes I call it a 6 gun because usually the Western references hit uh, deeper. So it doesn't bother me. But I can understand if, for example, Alec wanted to see me struggle through that question. Maybe he wanted to see what my desire, how I answer that question today. Maybe he wanted to evaluate. Do I even remember? Thank you, Angela. Good morning. You guys don't need to praise me or tell me why you like me, but I do appreciate the reinforcement. Or maybe he just didn't want to have to think about what was going on in the mind of a blue wrench and whether we've got another rogue blue wrench. Maybe he didn't want to think about it. And he doesn't have to think about it if the blue wrenches are waiting for me to be obviously agitated. But maybe Wally doesn't want to see me get obviously agitated today. Maybe he was enjoying seeing me just peacefully watch football. And he could see that trying to answer that question was just going to get me in a place I didn't want to be today. Maybe he's just sensitive to my moods today. And so I don't want to get in the middle of that. I don't want to guide it. I don't want to tell you how to live. Um, and I think it was big boy stuff that Alec and James talked it out. That's all I want. I want to see you guys take big boy steps. All of you. And if you're still here sipping, I want to see you do the same. Yeah, thank you, James. You guys are going to make me cry. And thank you for saying something, Alec. I know that you're not always at your keyboard, and so that you can't always take the positivity in stride when it's happening. But thank you. That was big boy stuff. Hello, Ali Reza. How are you doing? And James isn't here for every show, so he can't know who I am and who I am not trying to convert. He can't know. Yesterday was kind of about not being able to know what you can't know. Maybe that was 2 days ago when I was on my way to chicken nuggets. Yeah, to the positive road is the best. And so we just can't know what we can't know. And we can't just suddenly know what we don't know without learning it. And so the channel, the show, this is just, it's a fountain. It's just learning. Communication is imperative to any relationship. It's just learning experience after learning experience. And I'm not here to cut your hands off if you make a mistake. Now, some of you will, but mistakes, when boundaries have been placed up and you want to stick body parts across them, you get what's coming. And yeah, I'm aware that my view totals are a lot lower lately. First of all, school is in session, um, and then people are getting me a lot. They're seeing me a lot, and so they're looking for reasons to not want to be here. Thank you for catching your typo, James. I'm sensitive about that too because I try to say his whole name all at once, Alex Smith, and so it comes out as Alex, and that's an Alex. So thank you for being sensitive to the typo. Alec has taught me a lot. You have things going on in your life, James. Um, I wasn't trying to call you out. Yeah, the fountain welcomes everyone, and some of the people who come here agitate me on purpose. Some of them don't realize they're doing it. The people who don't realize they're doing it do deserve the forgiveness to stop. And the only way to learn that, like Alex says, um, everyone is welcome, and he likes that everyone is welcome at the fountain. And the only way for us to learn who is going to be disruptive long term and who's not is to give them multiple opportunities. I've defined forgiveness on the channel sometime last winter. I was watching that Alex O'Connor dickhead argue with three Christians about the definition of forgiveness, and yeah, it's all good, James. None of them would offer a definition of the word. And okay, so the word etymologically, for means future, right? Forever means future ever. Um, Foregone means gone in the future. Um, Forfeit means to fit it into the future, right? Okay. Um, Forgive means to give into the future. But what are you giving when you forgive someone? We're giving mercy. And what is mercy? This is kind of right to you, James. Kind of talking right to you right now. What is mercy in the context of what that person needed our forgiveness for doing? What was their crime? What do they need mercy? They needed us to not mute them one more time, maybe one more time, maybe one more time. That's what forgiveness is. Forgiveness is giving the mercy that is your right to refuse. When Jesus said that we need to forgive trespasses against us as we forgive, or ask for forgiveness of trespasses that we trespass against other, as we would offer forgiveness to those who trespass against us. That means that when people cross our boundaries, social or physical or legal or otherwise, we don't retaliate as the norms would allow us. And so the norm, you have a wrench, you have the blue star. The norm is to shoot people that are causing a problem. And then forgiveness is keeping our six gun in our holster. And so what Alec likes is he likes to see the forgiveness over and over and over and over and over again, whether he knows that by the word forgiveness or not. And so he's gotten the opportunity to forgive you now, Jason, and then you get the opportunity to pay that forward and forgive the next person that oversteps the boundary and I don't tell them. Because a lot of my boundaries are invisible. Love is a more complicated concept than forgiveness. But yeah, you can forgive love, and love can include mercy, for sure. Love is merciful, love is kind, right? You didn't need to retract that. I felt like that was a perfectly adequate question, especially given the nature of the fountain, where the fountain comes from religiously and philosophically, historically, metaphorically, and abstractionally, however you want to abstractly. That's how you would say that. Um, that's why I read the Phaedrus for the channel. The Phaedrus is one of Plato's works on love. The Phaedrus and the Symposium informed how Paul and the Gospel writers wrote about love, And so they informed how Jesus, if he was a real person, would have talked about love. Maybe just go to class. Your your class privilege, Jackson, to get paid to fuck off, waste your talent, is not welcome here. I'm never going to encourage you to do that. You are paying for the privilege to get an education. Treat it with dignity and respect. It took human specialization something like 6,500 years to develop writing. From the date of writing, it took something like 5,000 years to develop the university system. It has been just under 1,000 years since that system was developed. You could treat it with respect. Hey OPM, what's up, Morgan? How you guys doing? Not all of us can afford to get a certification for sitting in the bathroom diddling ourselves with a turd hanging out of us. Not all of us can afford to be Charlie Kirk. These defenses, I'm watching the 49ers and Seahawks. These defenses are the real deal. They are legit. I need to be thinking, okay, my battery's fine. I need to be thinking about my battery. I'm doing about 10% damage. I'm doing about a percentage a minute. I am stunned you endured that entire diatribe, Jackson. I am stunned that you endured that entire diatribe. Your parents never scolded you once, did they? Hey, Bella. Fine. They sustained a lot of injuries in this game. I'm 7 minutes into the game. Good throw. Good throw. Hello, familia. No, I'm not sick, Bella. I'm fine. Gotta catch that with your hands, dude. Purdy just did a fucking jump pass to get over the offensive line. You've got to catch that with your hands. Damn, no, I'm not mad at you, Bella. You're not my girlfriend. Stop asking me these fucking codependent, insecure questions. We're not dating. I can't break up with you. You just showed up. Why would I be mad at you except for asking me codependent, insecure questions? Fucking spine up. Damn. Don't apologize. Spine up. somebody pushes you back to arm's reach and you crumple like this, you are leaning way too heavily on them. You got legs, girl. Fucking use them. El Fabioso, I haven't seen you in a minute. Fabios. I know, Bella. No, I'm not near a water source. Why does it matter, Terrence? Yeah, not allowed to do that. Guys, harsh my buzz, man. You got very hard work? Yes, that was forcible contact. Through his shoulder into his head. It's forcible contact. That was intentional. Well, that's a good problem to have, Fabios. Fabuloso. Having good work. Not being able to hang out at the live chat means that you got shit to do that's more important than me. And that's what I like to see. That's what I want to see in my chat. Hey, just popping in to tell you that my life is busy and I am happy. Because if you're here, it's because you're doom scrolling. I know your habits, Fabius. Hello, Bella. Do you want to just start over? I slept just fine, Locke. How are you doing? And good morning to you. I guess Terrence doesn't want to talk about why he cares whether I'm near a water source. Okay, Terrence. Good talk, buddy. Because you're annoying, Arhan. Stop yelling. Take care, Fabios. Heard that, KJ. Yeah, and then keeping my emotional level low, keeping my emotional level low. Crickets are doing their job helps. Um, I'm supporting Wally now, supporting his argument. It does support people who are just listening. Hey, take care, Long. Just glad to see you, buddy. Make sure you guys hit that membership button so that when I go members only stream sometime later tomorrow, you see it. When I do my members only shorts, you get to see them. They're few right now. Morning, Jeremiah. Uh, Yesterday I played two games. I played Schedule 1 and I played Final Fantasy 5. And yeah, I dumped 5 hours into Schedule 1 and I ended up staying up until almost 1 o'clock to play Fantasy 5. So I'd say I got pretty invested. But to Alex's point, Sir Sippin can never get this greeting. He can never get this Walton's greeting if we mute him every time he starts asking me annoying questions. He can't know that I've already diagnosed why and how, and that it's an ineffective method of trying to evaluate whether I'm a consistent sub and watch. But he's probably 22, probably 16. 16. Yeah, the Southern comes out when I'm stressed or being over honest. What up, direct? Well, we found him in that car accident, you see. He's direct. Boom! Purdy opens up the scoring with a 95-yard touchdown drive on their third, fourth drive. Eventually, Georgia, that's the goal. Direct. Yeah, direct. I would have used an apostrophe and not a dash, not a hyphen. What? Okay, little John. Turn it down. But for what, he wants to know. Turn it down. I deliberately don't have an accent. I worked on it. I practiced. My diphthongs, though. My vowels get me all the time. Tripping on diphthongs. Outside of Bucky's. My southern accent trips me up by my knees. You lost your boxing? Well, where do you think you left it, OPM? Are you looking for it? Do you want to find it? Georgia. Boop. What up, Tony? Tony G? That's what I call you now. You came back from the store? Thank you for sharing. I'm glad you're safe. No, he says he hates the Boston accent. It makes people sound stupid. Y'all sound like Peter Griffin and Lois. Peter and Lois Griffin. They both have the same last name. My head has mildewed the outside of my waterproofing. Do we see this? Boston. I can't actually do the accent. The Red Sox. I know all of their vowels are wrong. Not all their vowels. Their O's are wrong. Boston. They're all like A's. They're all said way back at the glottal. You want to hear somebody you don't trust with tech, just listening to him talk? Call KJ on the phone. I wouldn't trust that guy to be within 20 feet of a power line. I know what his work is. Just listening to him talk, like if I listen to him get his grocery order, no way in hell. He could come back to a fucking bomb. And not always on purpose. That guy sounds like, not MacGyver. What was the SNL MacGyver sketch? MacGruber. That guy, KJ, and I love you, sounds like MacGruber looks. If the only thing you knew about him was just his voice. I don't hear that in Boston, but I absolutely agree with him about the southern accent, especially that Appalachian, that southern Appalachian, southwest Appalachian, Georgia, foothills, West North Carolina, uh, South Carolina. He's in Alabama. That particular regional part of Appalachia, the particular way they speak. Yeah, I wouldn't trust those people around electricity. But I know better. I grew up around them. That's why I'm allowed to say that. Indeed, Tony. Please be well. One scotch, one bourbon, and one beer. Yeah, I trust you around your computer. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Any electronic device, I wouldn't trust you. I wouldn't trust you around anything powered by electricity. Not to find a way to make it explode. I tell you what, we could hot rod this fucking thing. I bet we could get this fan going about 700 miles an hour. I bet we could get lift. I bet we could achieve lift with this here CPU. You know what? You give me 15 minutes alone, I bet I could get this bad boy down to the grocery store. Yeah, you do. Angela, you got that Western North Carolina draw. Well, why da dang dang da dang bang dang bang dang da hang da bang dang. Hey XB, what's up? I don't think those are what you meant to say, but okay. I'll make this easy for you. Not sorry. Clint Kubiak. Bro. KJ says I get that CPU up to 1500 PSI in no time. No time flat. You give me 15 minutes. What a jabroni. Here, just hold my beer. Where's my... Okay, I got my smokes. Y'all just give me 15 minutes. I bet you that just give me 15 minutes is in KJ's lexicon at work. I bet that's something he says all the time. Just give me 15 minutes. He might say a quarter hour because he's talking to doctors. Just give me a quarter hour. Yeah. Um, I do plan to play it today, Rach. I'm sitting here right now doing nothing because I now know that my battery has exactly one charge from 70% on my uh, laptop, and the damage I did to my phone's battery last night live streaming. Yeah, 15 minutes. Nailed it. I'll be there in 15 minutes. Or all right, give me 15 minutes or so. I've known like KJ, like I said this when he first showed up in my life as a Southern man who works in IT, but Southern dudes who are educated and work with technical stuff. I grew up with Southern engineers, so technically minded Southern dudes. That's why I make fun, because that guy can also throw together a car with spare parts in a weekend. Now he might do it with that might fit more. He can throw together a gaming PC in an hour with spare parts. But that's kind of my point. That guy can do things that I think are magic. And so I make fun because you're still human. I like how my character looks too. I wish I could see him at all times. He looks hilarious to me. He looks just like me. Like I gave him the khaki pants that I like, and I used to have this gray shirt with a pocket that I kept my weed in. And I used to walk around, and when people would comment, I go, "Yeah, you keep your weed in there." I had that long, just dirty enough to have texture hair. I looked just like that. And when I wear contacts and just a goatee, I look just like that guy. So when when I can, yeah, the deleting the message, yeah, is is preferable. And that guy was about to get it from me anyway. A no is fine. I didn't see what you said. That guy was filling up my screen with a lot of bullshit. Am I smart? Says Eric. Yeah, you're smart. And I missed. Yeah, I was missing people. Hello, innocent turtle. I missed you because of that fucking guy, that Vomax. It's all good. It's all good. Nobody is in trouble for timing anybody out. I'm only telling Wally so that he can see the difference with his eyes. We're only talking about it with Wally. Charbonnet. That was a well executed run play on the goal line. I got a Seahawks fan in here, right? Yeah, Kyler, my guy. He bought my Jazz hat. And he was the first person willing to have a healthy conversation with me about the NBA. Wally. Yeah, built a gaming PC off spare parts in 90 minutes. So I was being funny. I was being funny about saying an hour, and he's timed himself at 90 minutes. So I'm not making fun of this man. KJ? Not making fun of this man. I'm a writer. I'm giving you a really good character breakdown of this guy in a short amount of time so that you can feel like you know him. I'm giving him infinite pathos. What about Wally? Why are you guys asking me about Wally all of a sudden? Okay, take care, Rach. I don't understand why she said Wally either. I may have said something like Wally. I don't know. It's not really about anything. Why? I'm just hanging out with my friends and making new ones. What's up with you? I have no idea. Yeah, Rach said Wally. Angela is trying to tell me I said Wally. Wally is James. Wally Tater. That's James. Holy fuck. My memory is bad. Wow. Okay, yeah, Wally is James. Heard that. I'm a big dumb stupid face, Rach. Wally, not Wall-E the movie. Wally, like Wally Gator. He looks his profile pic looks just like Wally Gator, and I'm not making fun of him. I told him I was gonna have to give him a nickname because I know a few James that come through the channel, and so I nicknamed him Wally for when there's multiple James around, because his profile picture looks like Wally Gator to me. So I told him I was gonna call him Wally Tater because he's got tater top pups. He's got those dogs. They're clearly dogs. They're clearly dogs when they're not 2 millimeters. That's 4 millimeters, but still. Yeah, I feel dumb. It's okay. It happens to all of us. You're right, Lonk. And so did I finish explaining that today, right now, all that I'm really doing is I'm watching the Seahawks and 49ers game to see if I can get 4 hours from the laptop. It's all good. It's all good. Not everybody like I said, James, he floats in and out. He's not here every single day. Not everybody knows him, but James is a shagonaut, just like everybody else that is a shagonaut. He's been Blue Crew as long as everybody else, and I nicknamed him Wally Tater because James I knew was going to be confusing because at the time I had 5 or 6 of them that were floating through. It's all good. It's all good. Wow. The 49ers defense is going to be really good, though. You've really got to execute to move the ball against them. And I haven't watched a single Sam Darnold snap, don't ask. Because I'm engaging with you and I don't have a Patreon sub to text what I'm watching to directly, what I'm seeing. Hey Greenie, this is still very much a prototype. Right now I'm just testing how my battery is going to handle. Everyone got on the what the fuck train. I know, that's why I named him that. Was so it would be a what the fuck train. I just forgot to conduct it. The spelling Wall E fucked me up. Because I would pronounce that movie Wall E. Well, Darnold he's only ever had one good offensive coordinator, and he was only there 1 year. Your rim has a small crack in it. Okay. Well, let's get new rims, or get all 4 off. Get a new rim now. Hey, you know what the source of the problem is? And you you should push on the tire people for not for replacing your shit and not testing that stuff. You should push on them for like a coupon or a discount or just a public apology. You should push just a little. Hey, like I've got my tires changed here a bunch of times. They keep going flat, and it turns out it's my rims. That feels like something you probably did. Just like kind of float it out there. Let them go into problem solving mode before you're agitated. See what happens. And if they reject giving you even so much as oh, we're sorry, here's a coupon for 10% off your next tire change. If they don't even give you that, find a new tire place. Because that's probably damage they did. It is highly unlikely you broke the inside of your rim while it was attached to your wheel. Between you and me, I'm not a car guy. I would just float it out there. I'm a customer service guy, and I know what that girl at the desk is trained to do if her job, if her company is there. Don't go in there super offended. Don't go in there all hot. Just go in there and be like, hey, what can we do about this? Because that's how a man would handle it, and he would get free tires. That's how my granddad would handle it. But don't go in there throwing figures. That's hilarious, KJ. Almost forgot to put the XDR on the computer. The give me 15, the give me 30 is my equivalent. Just give me 30 minutes on that. Because my PDA won't actually let me start after I finish the thing in 15. I need the downtime to make it my choice when I actually clock in. I think you guys have learned that about me over the last 2 months. I don't have to explain it, but I never know who's new. That's the thing, Greenie. Don't make a big deal about it. Because it was probably an accident that no one noticed. So just see how they react. What I'm telling you is to gauge whether this is a place you want to keep doing business with. Not you're not trying to rip them off. You're trying to evaluate them as a place to do business with in the future. Do they deserve your forgiveness? Your future forgiveness of your money, time, patronage. See, these people, these if we're gonna have a common theme today, it's evaluating, continue spending your time where you spend it. And so these people that come through and ask me questions to evaluate whether they should hang out here or not. Why do you like him? Why is this a thing? Why does it have 25 likes? Why is it got 3 likes a minute? Why are we maintaining that average? No, a like every 3 minutes. Why are we maintaining 1 like every 3 minutes? Why are we able to maintain that average? And it's because of a lot of forgiveness. And they're asking those questions because they don't know how to evaluate where to spend their time and offer their patronage. And so maybe they don't have money to share, but they do have watch hours. This isn't monetized. What I am trying to do creatively, artistically. Sorry to hear, Rach, that everybody's so somber. What I am trying to do creatively is give the people a reason to come back and watch the video when I'm not live. Because I can't, moving into the future, I can't be live forever. And that's a pain to me. I don't like it. I need a bag for trash. But who wants to, I'm hungry now. Who wants to go for a walk? Or who at least wants to watch me put on my pants? The battery as a exhaust fan to keep my tent warm is gonna work. Oh, that sucks, Rage. I hate that we're celebrating that like a national holiday. I hate that. Too history obsessed in the wrong way. Always looking backward and always at the wrong century. Tony just said he wants to look at my giblets, everybody that's not looking at the chat. Don't look at the chat to confirm that. He said he wants to look at my giblets. He says the way my figs swing is what gets him through the day. It didn't get so cold last night, or or I did not, you fibber, he says. You fibber. No, I will not make out with you. Thank you for playing along with my kindergarten bullshit, Tony. That's my favorite shit in the whole world. That's my favorite shit in the whole wide world. Oh, that's funny. 2001 was technically our century, technically the 21st century, but it was nothing like our century. You found your eyes? This Steelers team, Steelers, 49, I'm putting off the Steelers and the Rams until last because I do have paying audience members who want to know my opinions about those teams. Alec, I'm not, I'm not neglecting taking an interest in the thing that I would take an extreme interest in. I save the best for last. I try to get through the games that I don't give a shit about first. So, James, if you want to talk to me privately, as a member, I don't have a problem with that. You can get a hold of me through the Discord. Um, Discord, the shaggy, whatever it's called, whatever. I haven't seen Marble in so fucking long, but I'm gonna need to get that from him if he's not gonna be coming around every day. Um, you can get that on the Discord, on the you can get the Discord through the Patreon. The Patreon is in the description and in the profile info. Yeah, the link to my Patreon. I use the Patreon as a mailing list, so I can kind of, it allows me to identify who shows up when I have something specific planned and who shows up when I don't have anything specific planned. Having as many people on the Patreon as possible. Free memberships get you access to the link. It's like the fifth or sixth. It's a couple weeks down the thing now, so maybe I'll repost it. Maybe I'll post it once a week. Don't tell anyone that, Rach. You're gonna give women ideas. But yeah, Discord is the most efficient way. It shouldn't be difficult. You should be able to figure it out very easy. What's up, Adende? You are back once more. Damn. How strong are you that you caught him around the hips and just shut down his forward momentum like that? Freak athletes. Damn, she got a knife. Yeah, no doubt. She'll cut us both. I have no interest in opening myself to that kind of violence. I don't think this is their year, but I know somebody that I like a great deal who likes the Steelers a whole bunch, so I'm going to be watching them closely. Hey, Box. You know what? Daddy doesn't need to wear his boots today. Daddy can wear his sandals. Okay. Oh, Kittle suffered a hammy. Shit. It's way too soon for the playoffs. Dak's arm strength concerns me, Tony. He's got no velocity on his ball. His arm strength concerns me. Corners are faster and stronger than ever, and if he can't get the ball to the edge, if he can't get the ball to the edge, he's not Tom Brady, and he doesn't have Gronk. He doesn't have Gronk, Edelman, or Wes Welker. He can't live off the middle of the defense. CD Lamb isn't those guys. He's not big enough, he's not strong enough, he's not stout enough. They've already they already the guy up and lost him for a season by trying to have him feed in the middle of the field. If Dak can only work the middle of the field, if his only hope is the middle of the field, the Cowboys are already toast. The Cowboys might only win 6 games this season. But they built that roster. They built that roster in such a weird and belated way. They're paying Dak and CD 2 years late for old production, and I got somebody already on it, but I'm reminding myself out loud right now because I need to do it. That I need to get food for Lucas and his family because they don't know the difference in me having it and me not having it, and they get so bossy. So bossy. Okay, I've got enough cigarettes. I have to pee. Cope. I'll be right back. Successful teams don't have to cheat, he says. I think some fan bases might say successful teams always cheat. Jesus Christ. Talk about the fucking announcer jinx. God damn, Kev. KB. Kevin Burkhardt. What the fuck, dude? Deflategate happened. Tom makes jokes about how he absolutely had the balls deflated. The Patriots' whole like manner of doing business that whole time was rules unclear. All right, craft corner to winner. Hey, welcome back, Eric. How you doing, buddy? Still good, I hope. Yep, they're going to sit on everything. In this game I'm watching right now with the 49ers and the Seahawks, they're in a late game situation where I think it's the 49ers are trying to score quickly. Um, as time expires. But that has me thinking about what I was saying about Dak and the Cowboys. The Cowboys, the teams their opponents, they're all going to stack up outside. They're just going to play everything outside. They're not going to let them get anything into the flats, and they're going to force Dak to feed out of the middle of the field, because if he tries to attempt the flats and the boundary of the defense, they're just going to take it away. And so they're gonna force that undersized offense to work the middle of the field, and it's just not going to work. They're just not big enough. They're just not physical enough. You're in your element, Eric. You've been here the whole time, he says. Well, when you say hello, I don't know that that's not because you're returning. My bad. Oh, my feet itch. I should have washed them better. In your element? I'm glad to hear that, buddy. found your tribe, buddy? Thank you guys for giving Eric a home. That makes me feel really good. We can't actually know who's homeless, right? I'm homeless, sure, but I know where I belong. How many people have residences and just don't know where they're wanted? Just don't know where someone wants them to be. That was a weird logical correlation you just made there, Kevin Burkhardt. Just made a weird logical correlation, causation argument that didn't make any sense to me. He said this team, these teams lost a bunch of one-score games, lost a bunch of close games, and he goes, now, you might think that means that they were in a lot of close games, but sometimes it's moments at the beginning of the game that define those close losses, just like this game now goes 10-7. What? Usually the argument that he would be making is that you fall behind big and then the game looks close because you fell behind big in the first half and then you dug yourself out of it and you were never really a credible threat to take the lead, is usually the argument that he would be making there. And then he goes, and then the score is 10-7. It had been tied going into halftime, and then they kicked a field goal. What are you fucking talking about, Burkhart? Right there is called filling time with words, and it's something I fucking hate. He has to say something, but he can't think of anything prescient to say. So he was fed this statistic, oh, they lost a bunch of close games and they just fell behind in a close game. And what you can do is you can say exactly that. Oh, they lost a bunch of close games last year and they've just fallen behind in a close game right now. And then you ask the former NFL star sitting beside you and you say, what do you talk about during the halftime? And now they're just kind of sitting here with their dicks in their hands looking at one another. It's hilarious. Whatever. I watch a lot of this. I came to Shaggy Philolitea from listening to the banter of the radio crew for fucking 3.5 hours at a time. 3 games a week on Sunday. So, you know, for 11 or 12 hours listening to radio crews on Sundays, and then again for 3.5 hours or more on Thursday and Monday. I started doing that in 2008. No, I didn't. I started doing that in 2009 because in 2000, I forgot I hadn't turned you around. I'm sorry, guys. In 2008, my dad had the NFL Sunday Ticket program, and so I was able to watch all the games I felt like, and I really fell in love with just sitting and watching the game as I feel like it. That's just a real privilege, and it's just a true joy. If you like the game, and you like the presentation, and you like the talk, I like the just constant chatter, especially on the radio. They can't be quiet even for a second. Give me just a second. So in other words, if you like what I'm doing on any level, if you like it at all, you have the NFL and radio to thank, whether you've ever watched those things or not. Because I have very strong opinions about how what I'm doing should be done. Very strong opinions. And I will die on the hill, the artistic opinions are the right ones. Probably, I will end up dying on that hill. But as recently as July, I was pretty sure that I was going to die alone on that hill. So that won't happen. Maybe. We'll see. But I am right now, I've got the football game right here in this ear, listening to them talk about the football game from my Surface, which is tied to my fucking belly, like this. And I've got music from YouTube Music in my left ear, so I've got Opeth singing to me about Blackwater Park. You think we could get that to 35 likes here in the next few minutes so we can stay ahead of a like every 3 minutes? I like that nice round math. Makes me feel good about my time spent. But one of the things about like dead air or silence on a radio show, not saying something when there's time to be saying something, isn't actually about, it's not actually about keeping the attention of the viewer or the listener. On the radio, especially if you're doing like a radio broadcast of a game, it is a little bit. Like if you're missing calls in the game, you're doing your job wrong. If you're missing details of the game. But really, on a live feed like this, every second that doesn't have something in it, whether it be talking or some information that the user is getting, is actually time. It's actually time where money isn't being made. It's a time where a product, a service isn't being provided to the audience. And shows like NFL radio shows are paid a lot of money. They're paid a lot of money to provide a service for their audience. And so they feel a compulsion to keep speaking and keep providing information, even if they're actually saying nothing, because they'll get it on the flip. They'll get it eventually. They'll hit it. If you just keep talking, you'll say something important eventually. And that's how I used to do this thing. And now that I got people here, when I have people here, especially when I can hold them for the duration of my walks, when I have people with me, I can rely on them to fill the chatter in the chat when I don't have anything in particular to say. Today I don't have anything in particular to talk about. Just talking as I walk now, because I find that comfortable and I have something a little bit to say. But I rely on the chatter. That's why it's the fountain. I rely on the chatter to find the teaching moments. So today's first hour was held together by a discussion, a healthy adult discussion about the future and the society of the fountain. I dig that, and it was nice to be able to watch that and moderate it as best I could as a storyteller. And then this latter hour has been about watching how that plays out. Now that we've established some opinions about how the environment should look, let's see what that looks like for an hour. And now I'm gonna go down to Panera and I need to eat. So I'm gonna get something to eat. That just stresses me the fuck out, but I'll get something to eat that I don't really want. And then I'm gonna do what I did yesterday. We're gonna play Schedule 1. I'll try to get a good stream going. For YouTube, I'll try that for 15 or 30 minutes, just to prove that it's just not gonna work. And then I'm gonna see about practicing doing some kind of a dramatic play or something. I don't know. I'm just gonna practice streaming it, and you can watch my face, like the behind the scenes. And I might even call the live that schedule one Discord stream, or behind the scenes cast, or something like that. Might be what I just start titling how I do this, because I also need to practice 7 Days to Die. I need to learn that game ASAP, because that's a difficult game that I really want to play. Really want to play. I've been wanting to play that game for actual years. And then I gotta go to the pet store. Before they close. And then Final Fantasy V for the... No! Tonight, there's football. So tonight's wind down stream is going to begin at 8 o'clock. I'm going to try to be back at the tent by 8 o'clock. Charged and ready to go by 8 o'clock. And then I'm absolutely not going to have battery tomorrow, which means I'm going to wake up tomorrow and I'm going to try to... I'm going to wake up tomorrow and I'm going to hit the fucking mailbox early. So I just got a really busy next 24 hours for me, and that gives me a lot of stress. I don't like doing all this shit alone. So we'll make it work. And then when I get comfortable with the idea of a behind the scenes stream, especially if I can kind of ignore it and let the chat and YouTube do the explaining what's going on. Not treat it like the fountain, actually treat it like, okay, well, I'm actually at work here on the Discord. I think that's the way to go. I don't know. I'll start getting opinions once I've done more than one day of it. And then I'll start having people sub just for whatever it is I'm doing. But yeah, the rest of today is going to be about selling Patreon sales, basically. And there aren't enough of you watching right now for anyone to dissent. But if anybody hates that idea, you got to let me know before I get set up, because the interrupting me with ideas, suggestions is what slowed us down the show. There's not really anything I can do about that sun. I guess I could hold you like this, but the cars stare at me and drift toward me when I hold my phone out like this, because I guess people forget that there's such a thing as a front-facing camera. Now, the Thursday of now, the August, if that's what you want to do, it is a beautiful day to be out and about. I'm a little overdressed. Tomorrow I will be getting a backpack from Amazon that will let me not have to carry all this shit in my body. I can tuck it all into my fucking thing, backpack. Why? Why do people treat fucking roads like they're fucking driveways? Like, what is this dumb shit? I'm beginning to think they're just not putting their umbrellas down anymore, because they're always up when I come through now. Because it's cold at Dende. It's like in the low 60s today. It might even be in the 50s. My body temp is warm enough that I can't really feel the air. I can just feel that it's moving. So it might be in the high 60s, but I didn't actually get warm wearing all this stuff, so it's chilly today. All right, dudes. There's that.
I just had all that. For my insurance stuff.
Probably it's supposed to be smoky.
Cholesterol's high overall. My good cholesterol is good. Except we need to watch diet and exercise. We said that every week.
Is that what you said?
I gotta just take something for your
It's warmer in here than it is out there.
My mom and dad both did that. I figured I'm gonna have to eventually do the same. My cholesterol. What do you take? My primary doctor in Rockville, she said.
And then we begin phase 2. I think you guys will be first. To follow up the day and to behind the scenes here on Facebook as a stream schedule to my Discord for some of this activity. And I might write out all some stuff too. So thank you for being here. You'll see what I'm doing in the next 2 hours.